Hello, I'm Lisa Gamble, and this is my Module 16 case study. First is data analysis. What I know is that Roosevelt High has a reputation for being the most prestigious school in the state. A struggling new teacher, a second-year teacher, Miss Walker, has high expectations for her class, but struggles to implement strategies that ensure success for all students. Students and parents are concerned about making their first low grade, and a threatening web page was created about Miss Walker, stating that she needs to disappear. The web page was sent to Miss Walker from an unidentified person's email. Miss Walker feels like Randy Franks created the web page. What I need to know is Randy Franks the only student struggling in Miss Walker's class? Could a parent be upset with their child's first low score and be lashing out? Is there a real threat to Miss Walker? And what other information is on that web page? More than one person could have been involved. If so, how many? The problem is that students and parents are uncomfortable with the way Miss Walker presents information in the classroom. Someone has created a threatening web page about Miss Walker and emailed it to her. She's concerned for her safety, and there are two problems. One, parents and students are concerned enough about the classroom strategies to lash out at a teacher in an inappropriate manner. And two, someone has threatened a teacher in the school. They have not engaged in appropriate conversation that could lead to a real solution. The plan of action, I would alert teachers of the issue, ask them to report any conversations about the issue of the web page that they've overheard throughout the day. Allow Miss Walker to take a personal day off from school. She does not feel safe, and we want her to feel safe, and we also don't want her to retaliate against any students. Speak to students from Miss Walker's class. Speak to Randy Frank's friends. Speak to Randy Frank. Follow up on any reports from the teachers. The short-term strategies. The day this class starts back, Miss Walker thinks that a specific student has created the web page. Whether he did or did not, whether it was Randy Franks or not, Miss Walker should not take any actions to retaliate. This will fuel the issue into something much larger. And speak to all parties without bias, without anger, without accusations. Enter each conversation respectfully and end each conversation respectfully. Long-term strategies. Observe Miss Walker's classroom and provide specific feedback. Allow for Miss Walker to have a substitute cover her class so that she can visit the classroom of teachers who exhibit the skills and strategies that she is struggling with. Review digital citizenship and school policies pertaining to the use of technology with students. In resolution, if the person who created the web page is identified or chooses to come forward, I would have an honest conversation in what prompted this behavior. Based on the response, I can make further judgment as to consequences. Students will be reminded that this behavior is not appropriate and can lead to serious consequences if police are involved outside of school. Since many parents and students have previously complained about the way Miss Walker delivers instruction, the best plan for what is best for the students is to focus on improving instruction in Miss Walker's classroom. When students do not feel that their future is being threatened, they will be less likely to lash out. Dr. Forbes had already discussed techniques with her before, but he should also allow her to see what these techniques look like when they're successfully implemented in other teachers' classrooms. Giving Miss Walker positive strategies to focus on will relieve her stress and the student's stress. To debrief, when reading this case study, I first valued the student's stress level over the high expectations in the classroom and their concern that the teacher was not meeting their needs. My feelings were to address this issue first, since it seemed to be the root of the problem. The case study has not mentioned other web pages created for other teachers before this. So if this is an isolated incident, then it should be resolved when the students feel that their needs in the classroom are being met. Miss Walker feels threatened and unsafe. As an administrator, I want to address her concerns as well. If she's struggling with her students, then she's also experiencing some of that stress outside of the web page issue. I want her to feel safe in the building and protect students from retaliation as well. Unresolved issues. If Miss Walker does not take constructive criticism and she does not make any effort to change the strategies in her classroom, this issue could escalate. Miss Walker may feel that her choices in rigor and delivery are justified, and she may refuse to make adaptations. and parents could be involved or even encourage this behavior from students. It could continue. Integrity and ethical behavior. Anytime I speak to students, it would be without bias. Students already feel that the school is not providing for their needs in this case. And according to the case study, several complaints have already been addressed. A student should not be made to suffer, especially for questioning a student who did not participate in the activity of making the web page. Integrity and ethical behavior is also covered under do not pass judgment until the whole story is revealed. Students may feel like their previous complaints went unanswered, so they may have felt they needed to take action for themselves. And listen to Ms. Walker's concerns. She is struggling to provide appropriate education to her students who are lashing out at her. She is only in her second year. She's not very experienced yet. She needs positive support to improve. If she feels attacked, she will be less comfortable with making big changes to her teaching strategies. To provide dignity and respect, all stakeholders in the situation have to be treated with respect. Ms. Walker needs time away from the situation so that a positive solution can be addressed and relieve stress from herself and from her students. So giving her a chance to watch other teachers be successful. That doesn't point the finger at Ms. Walker, and it gives her something positive to move towards. Students are questioned without bias. They're never yelled at. They're never accused openly. And students are asked why this behavior might be occurring and what they can do to prevent it, allowing them to have personal stake in the conversation. Personal and professional ethics. My personal code of ethics places student success as the primary focus of any issue. If students are struggling academically, this can cause a myriad of other issues within the school building. Professional ethics lead me to focus on all stakeholders in the situation. Ms. Walker was threatened, and she does not feel safe. This issue needs to be resolved, and students need to understand the great harm their actions such as these can have. The investigation was conducted in a professional manner, giving all stakeholders the opportunity to explain their actions and feel respected. That is all I have. Thank you for your time.